my ankle locks and knee bars. So take me to the ground and see what happens. That could maybe be your fate.
The big difference between training in Ontario and training in Quebec is that obviously Quebec has the advantage. You know, MMA's been around a long time. When I go train in Newmarket, I'm training with people that are unknown. Sport's still legal in Ontario. The guys fight in Montreal and the guys don't fight in Toronto.
In this fight, I will be fighting Brent Beauparlant. I saw him fight my friend Benji Radek. He's first-rate wrestler. I'm prepared for him. I've done whatever I can. I have a feeling it's going to be a very good victory for me this evening.
Amir's got a lot of experience. He's fought in a lot of big shows. If I was to say it's going to be a classic wrestler versus striker, it's not going to happen. So it's going to be a very complete fight in the sense that we're going to be back and forth, both of us.
Brent Beauparlant, it's very unfortunate for you that you picked me as an opponent because you're going to get a world of hurting. I'm coming for you.
Amir, we came all the way from LA. Let's forget about all the pussyfooting, sitting on our heels. Let's go out there and bang, bro.
In the blue corner, Amir Rahnavardi.
Amir Rahnavardi fighting out of the Legends MMA gym in Hollywood, California. This is a guy who has been around the block so often, he's worn a groove in the sidewalk. Starting his career in 1998. Fighting against none other than Gary Goodrich in the Pride promotion. And I gotta say, John, that's one hell of a way to kick your career off.
Amir Rahnavardi is a guy who's got a ton of experience. He's been around for a long time. And he started off with guys like Gary Goodrich. He's fought guys like Keith Jardine, Ryan McGivern, Nino Chambry, Lee Murray. You know, he has fought a who's who in this sport. He didn't have a ground game for a long time. Amir was known as a very good Muay Thai striker, good Muay Thai game, but if you took him off of his feet and got him to the ground, you were going to be able to handle him. Now, Amir's been working, it is his job, and he's working at Legends Gym in Hollywood, California, and he has been working with Eddie Bravo as one of his main instructors, and his ground game now is absolutely top flight.
And in the red corner, Brent Beauparlant.
Now making his way to the cage, the obvious hometown favorite, a native of Montreal, Quebec, Brent Beauparlant, a guy who's spent a lot of time in the IFL of late with mixed success. Divides his time between a couple of very prestigious gyms, John, in the TriStar Gym, the home of Georges St. Pierre, Patrick Cote, David Loiseau, and Warriors MMA, home of Carlos Newton in Ontario.
Well, if you're going to talk about training with guys here in Canada, he's picked two good ones. I mean, the TriStar guys, you look at that gym, they have some outstanding instruction and outstanding training partners to go with. And then Carlos Newton, Carlos is a pioneer in this sport. So he's a guy who, he has a record at 6-5 that doesn't look that great, but if you look at the guys that he has been in against, Brent has been in against guys, Benji Radek of the IFL. He lost to him, but he lost to Matt Horowitz, but Matt Horowitz is like the Tide. I call him the zombie because, you know, to fight Matt Horowitz, you have to realize you're fighting a guy that just doesn't stop coming. But, you know, he is a very, very tough fighter, and he's a good fighter. He goes after guys, and he takes chances, and he's fun to watch. So this should be a great fight between Brent and Amir.
This next fight will be contested in the HCF middleweight division and fought over 3 5-minute rounds. First, in the blue corner, from Hollywood, California, with a record of 19 wins and 8 losses, he's 6'1", weighing at 185.5 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Amir Rahnavardi. And his opponent from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He's 5'11", weighing at 185.5 pounds. He has a record of 6 wins, 5 losses. Your hometown athlete, Brent Beauparlant. The judges for this fight are Claude Paquette, Pasquale Procopia, Benoit Roussel. The man in charge of the action is Jerry Bolin.
Combatants come to ring center, and we check out the tail of the tape. We see Rahnavardi's record listed here at 9 wins against 8 losses to Beauparlant 6-5. Rahnavardi 6'1", 185.5. Beauparlant 5'11" at the same weight. Rahnavardi fighting out of California, and Beauparlant the hometown fighter out of Montreal, Quebec. There we see Rahnavardi with the blonde hair and the flames on his trunks against Beauparlant with the white stripe down the side of his trunks, and Beauparlant driving forward to force Rahnavardi to the canvas.
That's the normal thing everyone tries to do with Amir. They look at it and say, oh, I'm going to take this guy off of his feet, put him on the ground. But I think Beauparlant's going to find out right now that Amir is not a guy that's just going to sit there. He's going to go after things now. He's got a good ground game. He understands what he's doing. He's going to try to bring and use a real high guard, try to use his hands to control the wrist and shoot for triangles.
This aggression is no surprise to anybody who knows Beauparlant. He has a triangular tattoo on the back of his left hand, which is known as Odin's knot, a mark worn by Norse berserker warriors who were so frenzied in battle they'd often attack each other or inanimate objects like trees if they had nobody to fight. So obviously wanting to bring some of that warrior spirit to the hardcore championship fighting cage tonight is Beauparlant, and doing an excellent job so far.
You look at Rahnavardi, he's trying to use head control to keep Beauparlant where he wants, try to bring his guard up. He's going to have to open that guard to start to be offensive against him, though. He's using his hands. All these little hits, they're not going to do anything to Brent Beauparlant. He's just going to walk through that. And that is just to get you to move. He's going to have to open up and start doing something if he thinks he's going to be able to control him and submit him on the ground here. There's that high guard going again.
The closed guard, usually defensive position, but it is a fact that Rahnavardi is trying to climb his guard up the back of Beauparlant, which would ostensibly open up a possibility for submissions. But Beauparlant doing the right thing, posturing up when he can to try to shut that possibility down.
And Amir keeps he's starting to twist between that wrist control like he has right now and then going and grabbing at the head for head control. Get up to his feet. This is a good position for him.
Rahnavardi taking the center cage and Beauparlant circling out. Hard leg kick dealt by Rahnavardi. Beauparlant continues to circle. It's pretty obvious that Beauparlant wants nothing of the striking game of Rahnavardi, and once again taking Rahnavardi to the mat.
Rahnavardi had a good position there with his leg. He lost it. Beauparlant did a good job. He rinsed out past him the side control. Rahnavardi needs to get himself out of there. He's got elbow twice to the back of the head. He's turning the wrong way. He should have turned into Beauparlant at that point. Beauparlant coming around.
Rahnavardi lashing back with elbow strikes to the side of the head. And Beauparlant responding with hard knees.
Beauparlant, he should have taken advantage of that. Sunk his hip in a nice suplex.
German suplex spectacularly executed by Beauparlant, and this crowd in depth in Quebec coming alive as Beauparlant steps over to the full mount position.
Amir Rahnavardi stuck his tongue out like it didn't hurt, but obviously it affected him because Beauparlant was able to get right into a mount position on him. He's now got it back to a half guard, but I think that German suplex did a little bit of a number to Rahnavardi and rattled his cage.
That's a very rare thing. You can see that perfectly executed German suplex in a mixed martial arts bout. Trademark of people like Shoni Carter, who are very adept at judo and Greco-Roman wrestling, and now perhaps a trademark of Brent Beauparlant.
Well, right now, Amir Rahnavardi has him in an arm triangle, but it's not a position that he's going to be able to sink that in as a submission hold and choke Beauparlant out. Right now, it's more of a control factor. He's able to control him. Beauparlant just